This is fire, bro. What's good, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Now check this out. I know you guys read that title. You seen that logo, and that's right. I'm teamed up with Kingsford to show you guys, you know what, we're gonna give it a little bit of a, I'm gonna say a little bit of a different spin for this Thanksgiving, right? What we're gonna do is, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna smoke these turkeys. Hey, listen, I know it's not so traditional, but listen, if you guys wanna up the flavor, I got the recipe, Kingsford got the pellets, and we finna make it happen. So with that being said, let's get it. You guys can see not a whole lot of ingredients. I don't know, some people are gonna look at this and say it is a whole lot of ingredients, but I promise you it's not. What we're doing right now, we're getting ready to make ourselves, you know, our injection, right? So this is real simple. I'm gonna start right here. Look, we got lemon juice, crab oil, we got olive oil, we got butter, we got garlic. Look, this is garlic and onion powder in case you guys can't see it. We got hot sauce, cayenne pepper, and then of course, if you've been following me for a minute, you know what this is. This right here is the Creole seasoning. Now, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna move and get everything centered up. We're gonna go ahead and slide this off to the side, and then we're gonna start putting it all in here. Listen, when I tell you super simple, all these ingredients go in the pot, we're gonna cook it. Hey, I don't wanna ramble and do all of that. Let's just make it happen. Look, I don't wanna really, I'm not trying to complicate it or nothing like that. Look, all of this has to go inside. We're gonna cook it all together, you know, one shot. So let's just go ahead and get it all, you know, put in here. And one of the things, listen, when you do a Creole, anything Creole or Cajun, you know, you gotta have like either crab oil, Creole seasoning or something, and it gotta have a little bite to it, right? So that what you just saw was that crab oil. That right there makes it right. If you guys never had it before, trust me, trust this process. This right here gonna be fire. And if you've been following me, you know I usually do a brine. But this time, listen, we want to inject that flavor in the inside, and then, you know, with that smoke from that Kingsford, oh my goodness. Hey, you know what? Let me just say this. What makes people do this? If it's a dump and go, why do we do this? Hey, it's a dump and go, right? Boom. This I want to make sure it's not too concentrated. Let's go ahead. Get yourself a, you know, hey, I always say you got to have the right tool. Now this only being what? I think this is like a teaspoon, right? Look, if you pour it, you can still see there's some like residue right here, right? But I like to get it all, because when they say a teaspoon, you want to get it all in there. That's what you want, a teaspoon. And then of course, the Creole seasoning. All right. Now, let me go ahead, bring this up, and let's get it. Look, you guys can see it. Butter's already melted. Got myself a whisk. Let's just go ahead and incorporate all this together. This right here, oh man, you can see the steam coming up off of it. So you can imagine the air, you know, the aromatics, right? This right here is nice. Look at the color too. We almost got it all the way down. With that olive oil and that butter, look at the consistency. Look how smooth that is. And we're just gonna stir. Now you can see that last little piece of butter. It's already melted. Let it work. I'm gonna let it cool a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and take it, put it inside of this, you know, this bowl right here. Okay, so now let's just go over the ingredients for this, you know, smoked turkey rub. Now look, it's a lot of things right here. Don't forget, if you guys been following me, you know that I always put the full ingredients list down in the description box below. So what we're gonna do is, oh, let me just say this. Say hello to my turkey. Hey, this is my buddy right here. All right, now, with that being said, get yourself a bowl. And once you got all your ingredients lined out, go ahead, we're gonna do another dump and go. We'll just add like this. Just everything has to go in here. Hey, let's just keep it real. We all know that we ain't gonna always go get no whisk, right? Especially, look, this is the brown sugar. See how that is? Look, I'm gonna go ahead and use that and break it up with my hand. Just make it easier. So what we want to do is just get it all incorporated. You know what I mean? And this right here is gonna be our rub. Now, what we gonna use to make it all stick? We're gonna use extra virgin olive oil. And then later, once we got it out there on the pellet grill, I think then we're gonna go ahead and get ourselves some, let's say some butter or something, and that's what we're gonna base with. So let me get this incorporated, and then we'll move forward. What we want to do is, let's go ahead and get ourselves a little bit of olive oil, right? We're gonna keep one dry hand. That'll be this hand. This right here, we're gonna go ahead and give it a little rub down. What we want to do is make sure that we have some kind of way, you know, for our rub to stick. Now, once you got it all rubbed down, I don't know, it's something therapeutic about gloves, olive oil, and a raw turkey. Just rubbing them down like this. It's almost like when your kids was little and you putting that lotion on them right after you take them out of that little tub on your counter. You remember that? Hey, anyway. So we good here. We got enough oil. Now, remember we got a dry hand. Now we're gonna get this dry hand, right? Bring this over here. And I'm doing it this way first before I inject, because I like for this to like just stay on the outside and to kind of like marinate, you know, inside of the skin and work its way down. And we're gonna marinate, we're gonna inject in just 1 second. Now you wanna make sure you get this rub everywhere. You know, with that brown sugar, you can smell that smoked paprika. Now, when we go to inject, right, some of this might run out, you know, as it starts to, you know, kick back through the hole, you know, the puncture hole from the injection needle, but that's okay. We got enough that we just add some, you know, to it later. But this right here, you guys can see it. Look at the color on it. You can just imagine after we put that smoke, you know what I mean? Ooh-wee. Now, let's go ahead. It'll try to separate, but what we want to do is just stir it up. Just like this. You can see it, look at that right there. See how it comes back? Now, here we go. I'm gonna say this, listen, there's no right way to me or a wrong way, right? So we just wanna go ahead, let's go in there. You don't wanna go too deep, just about halfway up here, and then just go ahead and start injecting. And you can see, look right here. See how it pops up right there? That's good. Then we come in and get another one. Then we just go back. It might be a little messy, especially if this is the first time you've done it. You know what I mean? You got to get your feel for it. But once we got this all done, we're going to put it everywhere till it almost just leaks out of every little hole that we punctured in there. That way we know we got flavor in every cut in the bite. You can smell it and you know that this is going to be a piece of heaven. This is going to change the Thanksgiving turkey game. I went ahead and did the whole thing, right? What I want to show you is look at this bowl. You can see how much I put in here. And I'm looking at all the leakages I've gotten. Well, let me just say it this way. I'm looking at the limited amount of leakage. So this turkey held it good. So now I'm just gonna force a little bit more in here that I can. I don't inject to keep it the inside, especially the breast area, right? To keep it moist. I inject, when I do inject, it's just for flavor. Now, if I wanted to do it and make it super moist or something like that, I normally brine. But when I want a certain taste, this right here with those Kingsford pellets, hey, you guys got to trust the process, and trust me when I tell you, this right here is going to be fire. If you take a look right there, you can see that that's where some of the, you know, the injection came out, right? So as it come out, it takes off a little bit of the rub. But I put the rub on first so that it would soak into the skin, and we really want all of this. It's the combination of the injection, the rub, and you know, that smoke. Hey, this right here is going to make this Thanksgiving just something special. This is going to be one to remember. And next, we finna take it outside. And we finna fire up the pellet smoker. So by now, I guess you guys are asking, you know, why Kingsford pellets, right? Real simple. Listen, there's no binders, no fillers, no preservatives. Listen, it's all natural, just a 100% flavor. And listen, they come in a variety of sizes, right? From a 5-pound bag to a 20-pound bag. So no matter how big your pellet smoker is, big or small, listen, they fit. And again, that way you don't have to worry about what you're doing. As far as your smoke goes, you can just concentrate on putting out the best meat possible. Okay, so got my pellet grill, it's up to temp, right? We're gonna be smoking this at 275 degrees. So let me go ahead and open this up. Don't even have to worry, because since we're using the pellet grill, listen, the temp gonna automatically catch up to it. But I still want to go ahead and hurry up and not let all of the heat out, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the bird, and I'm gonna put it this way. Now what I did was I faced it. Look, here's my stack, right? So I put the thick part, the breast, towards this end, because this tends to be more hot, right? We're gonna let it come back up to temp, and then we're gonna take a look at it. Look, I'm gonna let at 275, it's gonna take about 3 hours, right? But I'm gonna say about 45, 50 minutes. I'm gonna set a timer. We're gonna come out here and look at it. I'm gonna go inside and I'm gonna get myself some butter. I'm gonna whip something up. All we want to do is, when we look at it as it's drying out just a little bit, and it helps to the brown also, we're gonna go ahead and just hit it with a little bit of that butter. All right, so I'll see you guys in about 50 minutes. My timer went off. It's been about 50 minutes, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at it. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna put a little bit here on top, just like you see here. This is gonna help with the browning, add a little bit more flavor to it. You know what I mean? And hey, I don't want to say nothing, but this right here, along with this flavor from my pellets, oh my goodness. Let me turn this on the other side. Let me baste that a little bit, and then we're gonna close this lid, and then we're gonna set another timer for another 50 minutes, and we're gonna go from there. Look, this is our second go round, right? Another 50 minutes down. I got me some more, clarified butter. Let's go ahead and open it up, take a look at it. Oh yeah. Now one of the things I didn't talk about is like we want that internal breast, right? The internal temp to be 165 degrees. You got to get yourself like an instant read, right? But so we're gonna check it. But right now I'm gonna go ahead and baste it. Look at this right here. Oh yeah. You can smell it. The whole thing as far as the aromatics off of the rub and the turkey, mixed. I can't really explain it, but just, you can smell it along with the pellet and the flavor. You know it's gonna be there. I can't wait to go ahead and cut one of these. Now, we're gonna let this just run down here, just like you guys see. Let's go ahead and get it turned around. Now we'll add some more, butter. You can see the way that rub is sticking to it. Perfect. Now let's get it turned back around. I'm gonna go ahead and take these off. Well, I'll just take one off. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get my Insta read. And what I wanna do is check and see where we at right now, right? So I'm gonna go into the breast. We'll let that settle in. Right now it looks like we're at 126 degrees. We got a little bit more to go. We're gonna check it again in another 50 minutes. Then we'll go from there. Okay. Now, listen, I closed this back down just so that I can talk to you because I want to keep as much heat in the inside as possible, right? So right now we're right around 4 hours and 20 minutes. Now listen, I stuck a probe in it just a second ago. We had right around 180 in the thickest part of the breast. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it up so you guys can see it. I'm gonna take it off. I'm gonna put it on my cooling rack in this pan. I'm gonna take it inside. We're gonna let it cool a little bit, and then we're gonna get it ready for that knife. Hey, listen, I can tell you this, you guys, I wish you guys could smell it. Look at that right there. Ain't she a beauty? All right, so here it is. Got it right here in front of me. I can just tell you, as I was walking it inside of the house, you could just smell it, just the trail, the aroma that's giving off, you know what I mean, with the seasoning, the smoke flavor from the Kingsford pellet. Hey, all I can tell you is, listen, I don't want to really over talk it. I done let it cool long enough. It's time for me to go ahead and do my thing. So let me go ahead and grab this knife. And what we're going to do is, let's see, can I touch it now? Yeah, I can touch it. So look, now we're going to go ahead and just go ahead and give this a carve. Let's start with some of this breast right here, Oh my goodness. I'm just going to cut it like this. Ooh, man. Now, look at that right there. Some of that right now, you see, that's from my hand touching the outer skin, right, with the rub. Put that in there. But look, you can see the injection all the way through. Oh man, I can see right here, where the smoke penetrated. Oh my goodness. Check it out, y'all. Now, you know how I get down. My mouth is watering. I can't help it. You know what I mean? All I can tell you is smoke, injection, and rub make a good thing. So, hold on, y'all. Now, that's a lot going on. Let me go ahead and take another bite just to make sure I understand what's happening. Mmm. This is fire, bro. Now look, I got it. I'm making a video. It might seem like I'm putting a lot on it, but look, this year I want you guys just to trust this process. Kingsford, pellets, these 100% hardwood pellets. Look, this injection and this rub right here. I can promise you this. Those three things are just like hey, when I say they married together, they married together. Now listen, I don't want to over talk it. What I want to do is I want to go ahead and carve this down. You know what I mean? I'm going to go ahead and get me some bread. I got some more garlic cheese. I'm going to cut me some bread. Y'all know what I'm going to do. We're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to grill it with that mayo. We're going to put this inside of that. And we finna raise it up tonight. So this year, don't forget, for Thanksgiving, let's try these smoked turkeys. And outside of that, I don't want to continue on talking about all of this kind of stuff. You see this pretty bird, now let's get it. Now, if you're new to my channel, let me just say thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and tell everybody out here there's a channel out here that's simplifying these recipes and taking the mystery out of cooking. And with that being said, you guys, boom, I'm out of here.